tight spaces here. Y'all look more cozy. There's more of y'all than there are of us. We used to it. Yeah. Give everybody a minute there. Everybody about ready to get started?
Yep.
All right, good morning. So welcome to the Lancaster Police Department. My name is Don Roper. I'm the police chief here at the Lancaster Police Department. I'm joined with Sheriff Barry Fale of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office, Solicitor Randy Newman of the 6th Circuit Solicitor's Office, as well as members of our staff. Each one of our staff's here with us as well. So what we want to do is just give you a little bit of an update on what's been happening since the incident that occurred Tuesday. As you have already been informed, at about 2:34 p.m. on Tuesday, April 1st, there was a shooting incident that was reported here at the Walmart in Lancaster at 805 Highway 9 Bypass West. What we have learned during the investigation during that time was it appears that there was an altercation of some sort between two groups of people that were inside the Walmart. This resulted in an exchange of gunfire. There was at least 2 people injured during that exchange. They were transported to a local hospital by personal means where they were treated. One person is still being treated at a hospital. The last we have been updated, it does not appear to be life-threatening injuries. I can tell you that we currently have 3 people in custody: a Lareakus Cunningham, age 18, Laquan Mickle, age 19, and a Zadarius Stover, age 19. We also have warrants that have been obtained on one adult male, Javion Wells, 18. That person is still being treated at a medical facility and will be warrants will be served on that person, and he'll be taken into custody upon his release. He's currently being detained by law enforcement. There was a bond hearing held for Cunningham, Mickle, and Stover. Both Cunningham and Mickle were both denied bond, and Stover was given a $10,000 bond. All 3 remain in jail at the Lancaster County Detention Center at this time. We've also obtained a juvenile petition on a subject that was involved in this altercation, and that person is currently being sought. And we have obtained warrants on an Antonio Hayden, age 18, and we're actively looking for that subject as well. I want to real quick just talk a little bit about the incident. When the call came in, obviously it was readily apparent that this was a serious incident occurring at the Walmart here at Lancaster. I can tell you that there was a very rapid response from law enforcement, from the Lancaster Police Department, as well as our partner agencies, the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office, and other law enforcement officials. Assistance was offered immediately, almost immediately, from surrounding agencies, including the South Carolina Highway Patrol, South Carolina Probation and Parole, SLED, Chester County Sheriff's Office, as well as federal partners, including the FBI and ATF, as well as the USCL Public Safety Department. We also had assistance with this incident from Emergency Management, Lancaster County Emergency Management, the Lancaster Fire Department, Lancaster County EMS, and Lancaster County 911. So it was really a coordinated effort, a good team effort, and situations like this require quite a lot of resources, and we're very fortunate to have such a great working relationship, not only between the police department and the sheriff's office, which we have a great relationship, but with all of our partner agencies. And this is a good example of how that comes into play when you need those kind of resources. I'm going to turn it over to some of my partners here, but I do want to just mention real quick the fact that when a tragic incident like this happens, that's when you really see what kind of staff you have and the dedication and the determination of your staff. Within seconds of this incident being put out on the radio, officers rushed to the scene. and the displayed bravery to rush inside the scene where they knew that there was an active shooting incident happening. And immediately the Sheriff Fell, and myself were getting calls from other agencies asking us what we needed, and they were responding from all over. So that was a great testament to the caliber of law enforcement that we have in this area. And following the initial incident, we very quickly set up a command post there at the incident scene. And the coordination between all the other agencies showed how valuable having these partnerships in place are, because there was a lot of moving parts. And ever since Tuesday, there's continued to be a lot of work being done. And I can't thank enough the staff at the Lancaster Police Department, our investigators, the command staff, our patrol officers that have stepped up. Lots of tasks needed to be accomplished, and everybody stepped up, took a task, took an assignment, and did their best. And that's what makes a successful police department, a successful investigation. So I really appreciate the staff, the investigators, the officers, and our local partners. This time I'd like to turn it over to Sheriff Barry Fell with the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office and have him say a few words.
Thanks, Chief. I would just say that the incident at Walmart was certainly a reckless incident. These individuals had no regard for human life, put innocent people in danger, and that's something certainly we're not going to put up with here in Lancaster County. I want to make the comment or echo the Chief. Kudos to his agency and certainly my investigators, my patrol officers for showing up within seconds, entering this building, going after the active shooters inside. Actually within minutes, within 30 minutes, we probably had over 100 officers on scene. And certainly that was the Sheriff's Office, the City Police Department, our state and federal partners, our neighboring counties, other law enforcement agencies within our own jurisdiction here. I just can't say enough how great the partnership here is in Lancaster County. Certainly for us to be able to accomplish what we set out to accomplish, it takes teamwork. And Chief, I appreciate the leadership and your staff for the partnership along with the solicitor himself. Let me say this. We need to make sure that the full weight of the law comes down on these individuals by putting innocent lives in danger. That's something we certainly can't tolerate here in our jurisdiction. We have had the conversation, myself, the police chief, the solicitor, and I think you'll see that here in the near future. So again, thank you for the partnership. Appreciate what you guys do on a daily basis, and solicitor, appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Have Solicitor Randy Newman come up and say a few words as well.
Yeah, I just want to thank these guys, everybody in the room. When I walked on the scene, it was something like I've never seen before, and I know, these guys train for that every day. It was very reassuring to me as a citizen to walk up and see that they were able to execute that plan to a T. They were on the scene within seconds. The building was cleared and deemed safe within minutes. So hats off to these guys. They're going to do their part, and I'm going to certainly do my part to make sure justice is served. Thank you.
So we will take a few questions, and there's still an active investigation, just so you understand, but we will definitely share any information we can, and also like to let you know that as more information becomes available, we will continue to give you updates as well. Yes, ma'am.
Randy, can you speak to the juvenile process here? In other words, one juvenile, there's no, I'm assuming, okay, that there's no court here for juveniles, that person will have to be sent to Columbia once they're in custody. I don't know how that works. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Once he's taken into custody, he'll be housed in a juvenile facility. We at this point we plan to we will look into charging this individual as an adult. That's something that will have to go through the court process, not something we can just decide we're going to do. We have to petition the court for that. Probably too early to tell. A lot of a lot of issues come into play and things we have to take into consideration. But right now, that is our plan to push forward with a petition.
Chief, question for you, and you can answer that direction. Between the arrests you've made and the warrants out, do we believe all people involved have been identified, or are we still looking for other individuals as well?
So that's a good question. Actually, in just a couple of short days, I'm very impressed with the work that these investigators and the investigators with the Sheriff's Office have been able to complete. And we're closing in on wrapping up most of the case. It's not over till it's over. There's a lot more work to be done, and an investigation unfolds as you progress in it, and more information becomes available. So, not really ready to say that nobody else is involved, but I believe we can characterize that definitely the main players have been identified, and charges have been obtained on those main players, which is, again, that's a testament to the hard work of these investigators and to the staff, patrol officers that have supported us, and coordination with the solicitor's office, the sheriff's office, our other state and local partners. Just a couple of days, and this is a major event, and we're at a place now in this investigation where we've identified most of the players. So.
Were the people injured involved in the altercation?
Yes, the information we have was that those that were injured were involved in the incident.
Chief, can you speak to just the help, further help that you need from the public, and just kind of really speak to the people who, might have information that can help you?
Yeah, anyone with information, no matter how small you think it is, please contact us. Contact the Lancaster Police Department, the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. An investigation is like a puzzle. Any small piece can lead to the next lead for us. So we ask our community partners to help us out. And I'll mention this, we do have a good relationship with our community. We do get information from a lot of different sources. People calling, people texting, word of mouth, social media. So any information that anyone has, we ask you to please offer it to us. I also want to mention, I appreciate the assistance and the cooperation that we've had with Walmart. As a business, the management and the corporate people at Walmart have cooperated with us in this investigation and the response. And this is our community. I live here. I know the sheriff lives here. The solicitor lives here. This is our community. An incident like this is unacceptable. Your family shops here. Our family shops here. There's zero tolerance for this type of situation. So any information that the public can give us, hey, you live here, we live here, let's work together to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
We've seen stories circulating on what could have caused this incident or what stemmed it. Do we have clarity on why just yet?
It's still developing, but I'll tell you that we do have information that indicates that there is a gang element involved in this interaction.
And then the one person you said that's still in the hospital with injuries, is that the suspect? There
have been charges of warrants obtained on that subject as well.
Or is that a victim, or was that a suspect, or someone who was like the person who's still in the hospital with injuries?
Warrants have been obtained on that person as well. They were involved in this altercation. No employees or other customers were injured or involved in this. It was two groups of individuals that had an encounter, and an exchange of gunfire occurred. Those were the people who were involved, and luckily, thank God, no employees or other shoppers were injured during that exchange of gunfire.
No fight over a girl. Everyone was saying that. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything to indicate that was the reason that it started.
Were you still in the store yesterday? I saw a patrol car there. Were you all still there processing
we've still been working, actively working the investigation, so we do have a law enforcement present there. So.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Prior to this incident, would the people involved have any history of violence against each other prior to this?
We're still working to develop that, and that's where after the initial phase of the investigation, you start following all the leads after that, and that's definitely some of the things that we're going to try to unravel. This is going to be a pretty long-term investigation, because we want to find out what happened, why it happened, and who's involved, what the motivations were, and try to make sure that we can take steps so it doesn't happen again. So that's definitely something that we hope to uncover during the investigation.
One of the individuals you mentioned had a bond while the others were revoked. Was there any reason, was there a lesser charge on that individual, or what was the circumstance there?
That's my understanding of the reason that bond was set that way is due to the severity of the charges. All right. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Like I said, there will be more updates as information becomes available. Thank you. Thank you.
Chief, somebody on here asking, was it gang related?
We do have information that indicates that gang activity was involved in this incident.